Welcome back to the Australian Fishing Championships. From Foster to Toowoomba, the AFC Outdoors road trip will cover over 5,000 kilometres of Australian bitumen. And thanks to the Ford Ranger, our pros will travel with power and style. Their boat and trailer package weighs in at a massive 1.3 tonnes each, and with up to 3,000 kilograms of towing capability on the 3-litre manual models, the Ford Ranger makes extremely light work of towing this precious load. The 3-litre models also unleash 115 kilowatts of power and a massive 380 newton metres of torque from Ford's common rail direct injection turbo diesel technology. The Ranger's huge pickup box size is perfect for storing spare parts for the boats, fuel, rods, tackle boxes, and hopefully that all-important championship trophy. The Super Cab models have the ingenious B-pillarless dual rear access system. This convenient feature provides our anglers with amazing versatility and unhindered access to the rear section of the cabin. For safety, each of our Pros Rangers comes standard with driver and front passenger airbags. And the Ranger was the first pickup truck in Australia to offer optional side airbags, which are available on Super and Crew Cab models only. The legendary tough Ford Ranger, the official vehicle of the Australian Fishing Championships. Now we return to the action, to Carl Jockinson, still searching for his first keeper.
I've pretty much come all the way up the dam just to fish this set of trees just here. Got a really nice bass last time I fished these trees, and it's just perfect. You got nice weed there, and then just off the weed you got that nice clump of trees. Just got to get some good cast in between them. As I'm working a bank, I'll just keep glancing down at my hummingbird, just make sure there's no sort of underwater structure that I can target, or even just a small school sitting out from the bank. Yep, got him. Oh, come out, come out, come out, come out. Oh, he's got me locked. Yep, good fish. He's got me snagged. He got me snagged. Come out, come out, come out. Come out, mate. Good bass, good bass. Really good bass. Oh! I can't win today. Another caddy. You're joking. Got me snagged and everything. My legs are like jelly. 3 catfish, no bass.
If you look carefully, you'll notice that our bass pros cast their lures hard up against big weed beds like this. Why, I hear you ask? Well, bass are not only incredibly opportunistic, but very aggressive. They will eat anything from tiny little aquatic insects up to big bony brim and garfish. So the idea is, if you want to catch a big bass, make sure your lure goes as close to one of these weed beds as you can possibly get it.
But we find Tim Morgan using a different approach, fishing the timber.
With broom fishing, like, a lot of it is really tide dependent on what areas they'll be in. With bass, because the level of the dam stays pretty, it stays constant. I know the fish are here, but with bass, they're pretty funny sometimes. You'll know the fish are there, but they might just turn on, bite for 10 minutes and then turn off. So you've just got to be in the right spot at the right time. And that's what today's going to be about. The person who's in the right spot at the right time might get 1 or 2 good fish, and they'll clean up in this tournament.
And Tim, just like the other pros, starting to realise that one bite can make all the difference in this event.
Back to Team Mercury. Steve Starling caught up with Matthew Mott and Harry Watson yesterday after the pre-fish.
Well, Harry, AFC reigning champion and also a good season on the ABT circuit. It's been a top year for you, hasn't it?
Been having a bit of fun with my fishing Starlo lately. Yep, had a good season with the ABT and had a win there and a couple of good top 10s, and yeah, just generally having a bit of fun. I hope it just carries on through the AFC.
What about you, Motty? Not such a big year on the ABT circuit?
Yeah, Steve, that's right. I haven't had a great year, but I've still fished well and I've had a lot of fun. So that's the main thing. I've really been looking forward to doing the AFC this year, and hopefully we can do a little bit better.
Motty, I guess if there's one word that sums up the fishing in the AFC so far this season, it's tough. And chances are the bass fishing is also going to be quite challenging here at Monduran. How do you feel about that?
Mate, I think it is going to be really tough. It's a tough fishery. There's not a lot of fish in here, bass that is, but what is in here is very big. So hopefully we can snag a couple of fish, even maybe 1 big fish tomorrow might even do it. So here's hoping, and we're just going to go out and give it our best shot and see what happens.
Harry, when you're out here chasing the bass, and we know there's a lot of barra, probably more barra in this dam by a long shot than there is bass, how do you avoid the barra?
Good question. I'll be happy to catch anything after the pre-fish effort. I never got a scale in the boat, never caught a bass, never caught a barra. So I think if I catch a bass really early in the morning, you'll hear me whooping from the boat ramp because I'll have one.
What about you, Moddy? A bit of a strategy for steering clear of those barra and hopefully crossing paths with a few bass?
Same as Harry, Steve. I'd just be happy to catch something. I think everyone struggled in the pre-fish, and you know, maybe where there is a few barra, there might be the bass hanging around as well. So maybe if you're getting the odd hit with barra, it might be a good sign that there's a lot of bait and the water's a little bit warmer. We're just going to go in and just keep casting and see what happens.
Harry, who's your money on for this round?
That'd be me, Steve. Every one of these guys, Tim, Carl and Moddy, believes they can win the same as I can, so that's how we go into it. But when you're in good company like this, you got to know that you're not far away from a loss, so we accept that. You know, at least we're not getting beat by mugs.
Well, good luck to both of you guys.
Thanks, Steve.
And we're with Harry Watson now. We're almost at the halfway mark, and like everyone, he's still on zero.
Harry is on zero, and he has been bouncing between the timber and these main lake points all day trying to get a bass bite.
Yep. Oh no, that's a caddy, I reckon. If it's a bass, it's a good one, or a big barra. Feels like a caddy. Feels like a caddy. Oh God, I hope this is a bass. Is there a fish, God? Where's Pisces? Can this please be a bass? You know what? I think it is a catfish. Catfish. Catfish! I hate catfish! Ah! I hate the fish.
Moddy, we're about 2.5 hours into the round. Any joy on the bass front?
No, mate, it's been pretty tough actually, in which we thought it'd be. We've caught a nice barra and probably had about a half a dozen to a dozen hits, which is probably better than I thought. But yeah, I don't really know. I think some of those were definitely barra hits. So, mate, just keep casting. I knew it was going to be like this, and the other boys are probably getting a few, but I'm going to stick in this spot. This is what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
Go to it.
Thanks, mate.
Time for a break on AFC Outdoors. When we return, the mind games begin.